dream falling apart. Tell me why you did it after the promise. Still aching, oh baby, I need your love. Looking so different, gliding street light. Heartbeat, tick, keeps on pounding. Heartbreak, you tell me goodbye. Heartbeat.
Hey, it's your boy Shawn the Wonder here again. I had to take a little break, but I'm glad to be back here. So, for this video, this is a game I've been wanting to play for a while. This is Persona 4 Golden. I actually been playing this game for a pretty long ass time. I got it, I think I did got it around like the time it first released on Steam. But I just finished beating it like a few days ago. So just want to present my thoughts to y'all with this game. So just a little history. As y'all know, if you watch my previous videos, I have played Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal and Strikers, and I played Persona 3 a little bit years ago. I won't run through that again, but just the gist of it was I didn't get to play much of it because my PlayStation 2 died. So yeah, I always been intrigued by Persona ever since then. So with Persona 4, the game has good stuff about it, but overall it was just kind of okay to me. I was kind of disappointed actually. I did have some fun with the game. Positives is that the combat is more challenging than it is Persona 5. I died way more times playing Persona 4 than I ever did in any of my playthroughs playing Persona 5. Playing any of the Persona 5 games. Well, I think in the beginning I think I did have some trouble with Strikers, but yeah, I still died way more in 4 and in 4 than I ever did in any of the 5 games. It's just Persona 4 Golden. If you don't know, if you haven't played it at all, but don't really know anything about it, you basically playing as a group of investigators, like high schoolers. Make it sound investigators like the professionals. Well, you playing as a group of teenagers trying to solve a murder mystery in your town. The story in this game, Persona 5 really just pulled me in and got me addicted. Persona 4 didn't really do that for me, which was very disappointing. I was hoping to get sucked into it like I would with 4, but I mean, like I did with 5, but 4 just felt more like of a chore to me. Like I felt like an obligation to try and beat it because I liked it. It got better towards the end, but in the beginning parts of the game, I did feel like it was more of a chore. The story to me, it wasn't as engaging. I'm not somebody who loved mystery stories, but just the initial parts of it, like I don't want to say initial because it's been a good way. It wasn't like towards the end until I really got invested in it, but yeah, it just didn't grip me. The characters and the world really didn't grip with me. Like this game does have like side quests and content like 5 does, but while 5 didn't have like enough like a big substantial rewards, it did. The lore of the world building itself, like makes you compelled to try and do all of it. Before, I did hardly any of it. I wasn't compelled to do it. It's not really tied into the story at all, really. It's just a bunch of random stuff that people want you to find around town that you can only find in the TV world. Really, I think most of them anyway. I didn't even bother with them, a lot of them, so that might apply to all the side quests. And I think I got some okay-ish rewards. I got some money, and I think I got a couple of items or whatever. I know I got a costume just from answering like one of my teacher's questions for what side quest, but the rewards weren't good enough for me to try to do like some repetitive missions anyway. To me, a lot of them were like trying to find like a rare drop item in a certain dungeon. The cast of characters, I do like how they feel completely different from the cast from 5. It just don't feel like 5 copied the cast of 4 at all. All of them did. Well, the protagonist still kind of feels like the same protagonist from 5 a little bit. They differ a little bit with their answers, but they still have, both of them still have like a lot of jokey answers for what you could pick for. But like the friends and all that, they do feel completely different. There's still little problematic jokes and stuff in there, just like 5 did. It's nothing as bad, I don't think. I don't know. Yosuke was kind of tripping off of kanji. He did feel a tad bit homophobic in some parts. But I would say, just like with 5, it's minor though. And that doesn't mean it's okay though, but yeah, the story didn't grip me as much. I do give a good plus for the combat. It is more difficult. It was actually too difficult in the beginning for me. Like I fucking died a lot in that first dungeon, but the game gets easier as you go along. Also, I really don't think the golden content is really worth it. Probably the base forward might end up be better, just because Marie isn't a really good, I would just say she's a terrible character. The little poems and stuff that comes out, it's just corny. It doesn't bring an emotional response like the game wants it to. It's just kind of whack. And then the dungeon you have towards the end of the game that's tied to her that shit was a pain, bro. That was a pain in my ass. It restricts you of your whole inventory. There's limited SP, but you could get ways to gain SP. And then the worst thing of all is that you can't leave it once you start it. Like, I got well into it. I was like, I'm tired. I want to stop playing. Let me go home. But there was no way for me to leave unless I actually walked back and retraced my whole steps. So, which I'm not even sure. I never really tried because I was like, man, at this point, I'm not about to walk all the way back here and then have to do this whole dungeon again. And there was no way for me to leave. I hated that. That was the second time the game did that, some shit like that, and I hated it. And I was like, man, if I die on this boss at the end of this, I'm not playing this game again. I'm not finishing it. I'm not. Fortunately, the boss wasn't even that hard, so I got through with it. Another good thing I like about this game is music. The music is still really good, like it was in Persona 5. Heartbreak, and probably Shadow Mitsuo, the 8-bit track, or my top 2 favorite songs. Persona really does a great job at having the music fit the tone and just elevating it. I really like that. Further discussion on characters. I forgot to mention this, but I don't know, Rise's little flirting, it's kind of annoying. I'm not sure how to put it. She's just, I don't know, there's somebody that doesn't have much knowledge myself. I can't really say, but it's kind of annoying. I like her better when she's not doing all that. But she does a lot too, so I gotta kind of hold her to that shit. But overall, the game also no bugs or glitches. It runs fine. Well, actually, the Steam version, there is this weird blur thing it does when you walking around sometimes. I don't get why that is. Talking to other people, it's just really the Steam version that does that. But actually, I think towards the end, I just stopped noticing it. But I definitely noticed it when I first started playing. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, just to reiterate a little bit, there were some cool like character interactions in the game when they're just all hanging out and stuff. And I do like Nanako in the game. She was really cool and cute, like having a little sister in the game, just like you had a little sister in Persona 5 actually too. Yeah, that was cool. I like the little gags about the girls not able to cook and stuff. And towards the end of the game, that's where the heavy shit comes. Like, oh man, once you find out really who the killer is, I assumed from the start of the game, because just from playing 5, it's kind of. But then the game gave me a twist, made me think, oh, maybe I'm wrong. And then it's like, oh, I was right to begin with, shit. And but it was a really good and emotional scene. Like, man, I I wanted to cry, man. Like when, ugh, I don't want to say no spoilers, but this game is quite old at this point. The original came out in like 2011, 2012, I want to say. Maybe even earlier than that, maybe 2010 when the original version 4 came out. But okay, let me just say spoilers. Spoilers! When I thought that Nanako died, man, she died from my first playthrough before I had to go back and say, like, yo, I was pissed off, like, yo, we running this man a fade. I threw his ass in the TV and wiped my hands of him, bro. But then I could tell that probably wasn't the game's intended ending, because it didn't answer, like, where the fall came from and stuff like that. And it skipped, like, hella days, so I knew. I had to go back a few times, actually, because I was just thinking, oh, I just need to let him live. But no, that will still get you of the bad ending. So, had to redo it again to get the full story. And there's a long section after that. You don't even really fight anything. You do eventually find out that Madachi was a killer, and then you go face him, and then you fight a god. And then after that, I think after that is the golden content, and there's a lot of space in between that. But I do think the slow ski trip was cool. It's just I didn't like the Marie dungeon. Oh, I do like this game. They have a lot of costumes and stuff you could change to it, and it's free because this is a PlayStation 2 game, so there's no DLC back then. Wish they would do that more for more games, but now they charge for everything. But yeah, that's it. I did enjoy my time playing this game, but it did feel like a slog throughout a lot of it. It just wasn't as gripping or enticing as Persona 5 was for me. Like, Persona 5 changed my whole perspective. Like, as I had mentioned before, this would have been the game. Persona 5, if it came out in 2000, back when I was a child, like, that would inspire me to be a game developer. It was that good. But Persona 4, on the other hand, I don't have a compulsion to try to play this again, really. I will play the fighting games, Arena and Ultimax. I did play that a little bit. I do have a hunger to play that again. But as for Persona 4 going itself, no, I don't see myself playing this again. But yeah, that's just my opinion here. Let me know in the comments below what y'all thought of Persona 4 Go, and still waiting for the end of this year if we might get some news on Persona 6 or Persona 5 Arena. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.